Live from Olive Ventura at 294 East Main Street in Ventura, it's the Real Angler Podcast with community Kevin Brannon. Brought to you by AFTCO Fishing Apparel and Tackle, designed to perform. Channel Islands Sport Fishing, offering deep-sea fishing on quality sport fishing charter boats, and more. Costa Sunglasses. Discover life's greatest adventures with Costa. See what's out there. Daiwa. If you want innovation and quality in your fishing products, Daiwa has what you need. And now, here's your host, community Kevin Brannon. Today's guest, Clyde Mears, owner of Olive Ventura. For more information, check out oliveventura.com.
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. We are on location today at Olive Ventura with Clyde. He is a friend of ours from a couple of ways. One way is they started out, well, your wife was, I believe, doing our bookkeeping for our nonprofit, right?
Yes.
And then at McBain, Carmel. And then we are Chamber of Commerce partners as well, or members together. We've been talking for a while about doing some cooking segments, on the show that we do, but utilizing their products. So again, Olive Ventura is the name of the facility that we're at today, or the, what do you want to call this? It's not a facility. What is this? It's a storefront, but what else?
It's a specialty grocery store.
I'm going to let Clyde, so this is Clyde. Clyde, you tell people exactly what that is, and then we get some shots, and we're going to pair this actually with the video that we're going to cook with some of the fish I caught yesterday and a recipe that you gave us.
All right.
And we'll be getting some, and then so there'll be an episode touring the facility, and then what we're going to cook with it to go along with it. So Clyde, but yeah, you say exactly what we got going on, and then tell us a little about your story, okay?
Okay. Well, it all started one day when my wife came home, and our business partner was like, hey, he found this store and he wanted us to take a look at it. And so we came down, we took a look at this really beautiful olive oil and balsamic store. And we just really fell in love with it, like right away. So we made an offer and they accepted. And that was a little over 2 years ago. We specialize in California fresh olive oil. So all of our olive oils direct from the farm, and we only bring in the freshest harvest. Harvest time being October through December. And we have over 30 different types of olive oils and balsamics. So there's endless possibilities here. One of our biggest sellers is our Vitality Select. Vitality Select is our highest polyphenol extra virgin olive oil. And that is what a lot of people, including myself, take for health benefits. Take a tablespoon of that every day. And in the past 2 years, I have no more joint aches, more energy, and there's a whole list of other things. And if you come down to the store, we'll tell you all about it.
That's the good thing about, if you could see, well, you can't see it, you'll see it in the clip, is there's like a bar right here. And they have these cool, what are these called?
Those are Festinos.
Festinos.
Which is Italian for steel can.
Okay. But
in this case, stainless steel can.
And those are full of your different types of olive oils, and I've seen some balsamics down there. But you could come in here and ask questions. Now, as me being a fitness guy, and I used to be tagging you in the Instagram story, okay? All right. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated mean the different types of healthy fats that are in olive oil or avocados and nuts and stuff like that. So it's a difference of when we cook in olive oil. And I know as me being a cook, there's different ways, like we don't really deep fry in olive oil. There's different like temperatures and stuff that go with it, but you guys can answer questions like that for people that have interest in, in the way that they cook with it or the idea. So coming down here to your bar and getting more info than just grabbing it off of a shelf at a regular, somewhere else, that's your specialty at that.
Yeah. So cooking with olive oil, especially a good quality olive oil like we have, 350, 375, that's the sweet spot for olive oil. That's where most people cook their meals at anyways. If you got to go higher than that, then there's other types of oils, and we'll let you know what those are when you come into the shop.
Yeah. And you got, what else? You got balsamics. You also, I was talking to Scotty just now. Where we live at is definitely a picnic area. You got Channel Islands in the back. You have all these bluffs and cliffs and and state parks up and down. So we're like a picnic backyard, right? Where you could put together some of the items that you have here, load up your little picnic basket, like Yogi Bear would say, and head out. So you have more than just.
Oh yeah, we got whole olives, a dirty martini mix. You can see over there we've got some aiolis, pestos. We got jams. We got various types of spices, from truffle salt, truffle oils, a lot of different unique things, cutting boards. We try to find as many locally produced products as we can. For example, our honey is from a local beekeeper. She has about 1,500 hives, does a pollination service for a lot of the farms, and then we sell her honey right here in the store.
Keeping it local. That is one cool thing about Ventura County area. We're going to do this one clip again with food. Is going out off the 126. There's a place where I get my bread from. It's called Rome Mills Bakery out there. They only mill so much bread per week. You could pull off the side of the road and get your produce. There's so many little fruit stands out here. You can get your local fresh produce, and then the fish that we catch. We're going to put it together like a tailgating episode. But again, that's awesome. What we do have in our backyard. So you could come out here to this area in Ventura or Ventura County, and pick up all this stuff, and then take it back and have yourself a little SoCal type of local ingredient knowledge. And it's just kind of cool. Like, that's what we like about our show, is showcasing the stories, but also giving people ideas that they could do on a fun adventure. Yeah,
a lot of people stop in, and I'm sure you saw the sign on the way in, free olive oil tasting. And where we're at right here, this is our tasting bar. Mm-hmm. And this is where a lot of the staff interaction happens. When you walk into our store, you're greeted immediately. We get into giving you samples, asking you what you're looking for. And we pay a lot of attention to our customers. And that's what our customers like. They like the fact that we're very, very personal. In fact, we just got I believe it was a Yelp review. We were looking at it last night. And the two ladies there they were amazed. They were immediately approached. We took them into like having a great time, and they learned a lot. A lot of people are stuck on balsamics for just their salads.
That's me.
And it's not. There's a lot of different ways you can pair it with an oil, use it as a glaze by itself. For example, our black cherry balsamic pairs for a glaze really good on turkey, pork, and ham. So a lot of different ways just to use that one. You can also use that very same one for ice cream, or you can still put it in your salad.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm such a foodie, and I do like I said, infuse things that are I had this term when I was with Spicetopia. It was when Ashley ran it. It was called "Do your taste buds a favor and play with your food." So give it a try and make yourself a food cocktail and try it out. And what I do when I make my meat, especially when I'm training and I'm lifting and dieting, I have to come up with cool ways to make my chicken taste different without adding a bunch of stuff to it, like sauce with a lot of sugars and stuff in it. So that's good to hear that, because I'm gonna have to cop me some of that before I go. Because again, it is ways where I'll take like just a couple of pieces of meat, whether it's the fish or chicken, and then let's say I got a 4-pack, and then I weigh, okay, let's try 2 this way, and then try 2 this way, so that way I could figure out which one I like besides taking a whole batch. So yeah, you could sample. I'll make my own little samples and then say, yeah, I like that one, and it goes better with my rice and chicken again, so it's not so plain. But I gotta flip my microphone up this way,
just so it's facing up.
Okay. So did you have any type of like foodie experience when you got into this, like any restaurant business in your previous? What made you make the bid? Like, what is more of your background? Has it always been in, I guess, the food industry? Is this considered the food industry?
Grocery store.
Okay.
However, I did have a lot of retail experience working with some big box retail stores, managing those. I was not really thinking about an olive oil store. It was really Mike McBain who brought this store to our attention. We came down, we looked at it.
He's a good friend.
Loved it. We made our offer, and I mean, it was just amazing. But really, it was all Mike McBain. If he didn't find this shop, along with my wife, we wouldn't be standing here today. Somebody else would.
And how many years? I don't know if you might have said that earlier when I was making the Instagram video, but how long you guys been here and running this?
We've been running this store for the past 2 years. The store itself has been here since 2008. We're the third set of owners, and our customers, they tell us stories about the owners, the previous owners. The very first one, people just loved him. His name was Steve. Unfortunately, he had passed. The next set of owners, Pam and Ellen, they did a fantastic job. They got the store through the pandemic. That was a lot of tough work. They did a lot of legwork. With Carbla and I, we've been able to focus on going out to the farms, talking to the farmers, looking for new farms, looking for new product. We brought a lot of new product into the store. In fact, we've doubled the amount of offerings that's available here in the store. So it's a lot of work, a lot of fun, and our customers are great.
A lot of fun. We
have a refill program. So you can actually bring your clean and dry bottle into the store, refill it. We're keeping the bottle out of the landfill, out of the ocean, and you're saving $4 in the process. So I think that's a huge draw to a lot of the locals because they're supporting local, they're being environmentally conscious and saving money. I mean, that's a win-win-win all the way around.
I got my water bottle in my car so I could stop on the way home and refill my water bottle, right? The big 5-galloner,
Well, you do have to buy our bottles.
But, no. What I mean though is like the convenience of taking that idea of instead of just reselling bottles is the refill.
Oh yeah, refilling.
That people are already doing on other products, but doing it here. Yeah. Plus, it's good to have. I'm sure you guys have plenty of repeat customers and newbies coming in. Now, where you're located here on Main Street, you do get a lot of foot traffic. And I know they've done some things recently where they close down the street. You can't drive through Main Street. Do you like the setup the way it is? Do you like the flow? I mean, if you're not from Ventura, and you could come down here and basically walk, what is it, about 1.5 miles up the street?
About a mile, yeah.
Of all these different stores, from pizzerias and one-off shops like this one here, and then some candy stores. There's your location of what goes on here.
A lot of thrift shops that support like animals. The one next to us, the Coalition, they support battered wives. Also, right next door is Rory's Ice Cream. Really great handmade ice cream. You go over there, you get some dark chocolate balsamic from them. Then you come over here and you get our dark chocolate balsamic and you drizzle that on there. So
date night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
So come on down. I can check it out. Like again, the ambience of the street where they're at, and then you could drop into these stores and spend a half a day, get yourself a cocktail, and hang out. Do you guys get a lot of? Do you think besides the Ventura people that know you guys are here, do you guys get people that just like our tourism that comes in? I know Marla said like Visit Ventura does a really good job of highlighting it, and as a chamber member to network out the importance of bringing in some of the tourists that come in.
A lot of tourists come in. We get people from all over the world. From like Holland and Germany, Spain, Ireland, Japan, wherever. A lot of people come down here, and they like to walk. They like to walk the street. They're not competing with cars, and that's what our customers like. Because when they were talking about the streets open and closed, half of the business owners wanted it closed, half wanted it open. I asked my customers what they wanted, and I went with that. So my customers are loving the street closed. We're right here on Main and Palm. Some really great restaurants to eat here. It's a fun time. And now that the street is going to be closed permanently, the city's already they're actually out here surveying today because they're going to put in new bollards. They're going to do a lot of stuff. And over the next few years, they're going to really beautify this area. So I think that's going to just add to Main Street's draw.
Your guys' place is pretty. I keep looking around as we're talking, right? Because I'm a nerd with this stuff. That's why I got into like the Real Anglers Fishing Show that we do with like a California's Gold and Reading Rainbow kind of feel, because I like to go in and check out not like people's stories, but also see how they decorate. If you come to our learning center, like I think we used up every inch of our 900 square feet with pretty neat stuff, like a museum. So your guys' place is very colorful. The aromas are very, as soon as you open up your door, you could smell the aroma come out the door when you let us in. But all the little other stuff that's on the wall, so you could spend time in here breezing in and checking it out, and then also and then get the word and to try different things.
I got to give credit where credit's due. My wife Carmel, she's the one that decorates the store. My job is the bulk products, so I get to do the heavy lift stuff. And together we decide what products to try with the customers. Before anything ends up in a Festino, we do a week-long taste test with customers to see if they actually like stuff. Sometimes we'll do 3 or 4 products, and the one that they choose the most, that's the ones that we bring in. So all of our flavors are customer approved.
Is there a place that you do it like you announce that on social media or on your website where people know, hey, or time that you do that? So if people wanted to look this up, is it just sporadically, or do you have like a tasting open on Saturday, like a wine bar, where they get a chance to come down and do that sampling with you? How do you find out about the sampling?
For the new flavors, it's sporadic and just for the people who come in at that time. So there's not a set of people coming in to like do it. It's really random.
If you need a celebrity tester, you just put me in the.
Well, I got you here.
There you go. Yeah.
So, like I said, like where we're standing at, when people come in, everybody gets a free tasting. If they've never done an olive oil tasting before, we'll start out with some extra virgin olive oils. And here in California, an extra virgin olive oil is the first cold pressing of the olive. No heat, no chemicals can be used. California just has really strict regulations when it comes to olive oil, whereas other states, maybe not so much. However, we kind of like that. That the fact that you can't just add a flavoring to an oil like our jalapeno or basil serrano garlic.
I need to try that one, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
And still call it, an extra virgin olive oil. So when you add something to the oil, then it's only considered olive oil. So very important. Got to read your labels. And you'll see a lot of play on words so they can get the words extra virgin on the label. We don't do that here. It's just, if it's extra virgin with us. And we go through the different varieties of olives. California has over 70 varieties of olives. We carry probably about 5 to 8 different varieties of olives. So there's a lot of more olive oil out there that we're searching to bring in. For example, we have a farm right here in Ventura, not us personally, but the farm we work with. It's a great father-daughter operation. We call it our Ventura extra virgin olive oil. And right now it's a Latino olive. So it's mild, lots of flavor, with a nice little pepper finish at the end.
I love olives, all of them. I like on my tuna. I'm about to salivate. When I get my tuna sandwiches made at Bonds, they have this olive mix. What is that one when they cut them all up together? It's like a spread, an olive spread. What's that called? Anyway, I put it on my sandwich, man. It's fantastic. Spread. I like green ones. I like black ones. When I was a kid, I used to put them on my fingers and chew them off. I like to use olive oil a lot when I cook. But yeah, I'm definitely, I get the little medley of all the different ones, the darker brown ones, and then you got the green ones, and then you got anyway, when I go to to Vons and stuff to get them, because I'm really a big olive fanatic and olive oil. I mean, I'm looking at, look what you got over here. You got Tustin herb, Parmesan. These are dipping sauces here. Literally, I'm salivating as we're talking. So as I'm talking to you and I start to get fumbled up, it's because my taste buds are wanting me to do them a favor.
Well, when it comes to balsamics, this is our oldest one here. This is a 25-year age balsamic. This one's really nice. It's got a really nice balance between the sweet and the savory on it. A lot of different ways to use that one. You can cook like your different kinds of meats with it. You can use it as a glaze. You can use it for bread dipping. Pair it with an olive oil.
That's good, the bread dipping. My mom used to do that.
Do your bread dipping with your pasta. You can put it on your pastas, your pizzas. It's an excellent glaze on chicken. So on our website, there's a lot of suggestions on.
Yeah, tell them the website. Give them the website info.
Well, it's oliveventura.com.
So the word Olive Ventura.com. Not all of, but Olive. One word.
Olive.
I remember there's this book called Olive the Other Reindeer. Have you heard of that? Because then the song goes, all of the other reindeer. So they made a story. My mother-in-law brought it home, but it was one of the reindeers, and his name was Olive. Oh, they're calling for some olive oil.
Yeah, just pick that up and set it down, please.
This is real TV right here. You're getting the real. So you got us. We're gonna take some olive oil with us. I'm probably gonna get some balsamic too. But you have a lemon olive oil. But we're not gonna do a bake. We're gonna do ours grilled because we got to film it outside, and we don't have an outside stove. But we're gonna utilize it that way. What do you got here? You looked this up for us?
Yeah. So this is a Meyer lemon olive oil baked white fish, and so you can take your catch of the day. So what do we got here? It says halibut, cod, sea bass, and you can pair it with the thyme, some sea salt, some ground black pepper, and then you go ahead and bake that at 400 degrees.
One of the reasons
I'm reading it right now. So
yeah, go ahead.
20 minutes.
One of the reasons, first off, do you have these on your site, 2 different recipes? There's a link on there where people could look there to help them find a recipe, or I see you have some recipes up here for balsamic. Do you guys have those out somewhere where people can have access to that?
So I've been adding and updating some of the recipes that are online. We have a lot of suggestions, so you got to kind of go explore the website.
I see more networking there for us, man. Hey, Kev's in the kitchen today. What do we have in the Crawdad Cafe? Kev, what are you cooking? And then Thomas will film like, okay, I have this, and I could actually make you a little 1.5 minute short. We could put it together. We could
let's do it.
Cross-pollinate our brands that way, and we could do one maybe a month or a couple of weeks, because I get plenty of fish, especially cod in our backyard. Ventura County and the Channel Islands area is known for its cod fishing. Right now we are getting sea bass and halibut. But it'd be a cool way to kind of show some content and show us. And the reason what I was going to say before I asked you about the recipe is part of our showcase and our show is that you don't have to necessarily be an angler to go out and catch fish. I think that people purchase fish at restaurants more than they cook it at home to take home and buy. Per se, buy salmon, like Dungeness crab or king crab as far as seafood goes, and shrimp. But as far as people picking up white flaky fish or halibut or something and cooking it, I think it's something that they eat more on like a date, when they go out to a restaurant, versus kind of breaking it down that you can cook fish without, I just think some of it might be intimidating. It's different than chicken and poultry and steak. So that's a good way. So again, by showcasing this, you don't have to be a hardcore fishing angler or a fisherman to showcase this side of our segments, that you could still go out and again, to play with your food and chef it up and maybe purchase your own seafood to cook at home if you had some cool recipes,
Absolutely. There's so many ways to use the oils with fish, any of the meats really. The balsamics, this particular one, you can pair that with like our aged white balsamic. That's just a straight aged balsamic, no flavorings. And it's made with Trebbiano grapes, and it's aged for 8 years.
8-year grapes. Yeah. I got to try that out, because I usually go with the regular, because I'd use it for salad. Maybe that's why. So I try to create this like oil and vinegar in my brain, right? Like, your mind starts to categorize things before you do it. So there's like a similarity in my brain, right? So I don't, again, that's me, myself talking about people that might not deviate from what they normally cook or whatever. So yeah, I'd like to see some of those ones, because again, I pretty much just go with the purple one, and because it has that tartness that I'm looking for, versus again, venturing out and trying something new. Because I know they say smart people try new things. You hear that?
Yes.
So
it's true.
Let's try.
It's really true. And again, smart people try new things that are open-minded, and not everybody may like fish. However, when you come in here, we're going to give you a ton of ideas. We'll probably TMI.
You're going to give me some info before I leave, like I said, because I need to fix up my especially right now, it's summertime, is grilling and chilling. I got a new Avalanche, so I'm going to get me a little hibachi, and I'm going to be going up and down the PCH, surfing and hiking, and I'm going to come back and cook me some food on the side of the road. You know, again, live the American dream, man. It's time to go out and have fun and experience this. So bring your little Kingsford, out, a handful of coals, grill it up real quick, come out, catch some waves, get out of the water, eat, make something on the side of the road. So definitely I need some new recipes for that.
I'm just thinking you might like the Tahitian lime olive oil. That's also really good as well, especially for spring and summer. Very versatile. Not only with fish, but you can make it with for your tacos and things. And then our Fresno chili garlic, which is actually a limited edition
I'm trying
oil.
To smell like I could smell this chili and garlic odor, even though.
So making fish tacos, put some of our Fresno chili garlic on there. That olive oil is really good. Again, very versatile.
That's good, man. That's really good. See that? I'm getting excited on all these different ideas. So yeah, you're local. You've been here 2 years. You sound like you love what you do and do what you love. And that's kind of what we like to talk to our listeners too. Yeah. Tell them, like, what's the importance of coming into a place where you love working and doing, in case somebody's like, call it the parachuters, you're at the edge of a plane ready to jump out with your parachute on, and you're holding on to the side, and it's like some of the positive words that we tell people to just give it a leap of faith and jump out. What do you got for our listeners?
Well, this was definitely a leap of faith, because we knew zero about olive oil when we bought the business. So I had a 3-month crash course in olives, but I'm glad we did. We have a lot of fun here. We meet so many people. We've got a lot of celebrities that come in here as well, movie producers, some rock and roll bands. So you never know who you're going to meet. It's a lot of fun. It's not work, it's fun. Mm-hmm. I get to talk to so many amazing different people. And I've met filmmakers, and they do documentaries and stuff, and I have one right now. He's in the Middle East and stuff, and I'll send him an email, hey, how's things going? He goes, hey, this is what's going on. So I've made new friends. It's it's amazing. It's not work, it's fun.
You never know where your dream can take you, but if you don't follow your dream, you'll never know where it can take you. It's interesting. I'm going to DC on the 2nd of June, and then I fly back to Sacramento to another chamber event that we won an award for, and then I come home. And sometimes I'll remind myself, like, if I would have stayed in my corporate job, and I'm telling everybody to quit their job, what I'm saying is I just reflect on, look at where this has really taken me. Wow, look at where this has taken me. If I didn't leave, where would, in some of the places where you get to go and see. And again, and I just make sure that I reflect on that when I'm in a mix of something like that, because that's where I tell myself, like, that's why I had to chase the dream, because I would never experience some of these things if I wouldn't have gave it a shot,
Yeah.
So
you gotta have a purpose. That's really important. Having a purpose in what you do. And for a long time, I worked the 9-to-5 jobs, and sorry about that.
It's all good, man.
And I really didn't have a purpose, but now, our purpose is to bring good premium quality olive oil to the people, help them. If you're catching fish, you've gone through that excitement of catching your fish. You don't want to just cook it with an olive oil that may or may not be rancid from the big box grocery stores. There's a segment on our website, the Olive Oil Mafia, 12 minutes long, really great. Got to go see that.
The Mafia. That's what's cool, man. Like I say, and but us being local, and this is one of the episodes we're going to do, is we have this term that we called caught not bought when we cook our fish,
Mm-hmm.
But again, when you do, let's say you grab, like, I've cooked with stuff out of my garden, my own herbs and my own vegetables, my own jalapenos, and then you have a nice, good, I remember, and I think I get this from Emeril Lagasse. Again, I love watching documentaries,
Mm-hmm.
Type of shows where what got him into the business, but watching his show as well, his flavor of love thing. He always talked about this flavor of love and how he layered his flavors. So when I cook on the boat too, right, I season my potato, I season the eggs. Like, you got to season, you got to re-season. See, I'm drooling. So part of that, again, is here of getting the good flavors that you're going to season and marinate with are going to make your meals. And I like to also showcase to other people. Part of what I like to do, I like to be a cook, is I like to watch people enjoy my food, right? I think something about breaking bread and coming together and sharing those experiences over food. Like you say, the mafia, I'm a big mafia guy, right? In those Sunday dinners, but there's something about that. So when you have really good food, really good, people together, conversation, I just think it's something about that,
I have a group of ladies, they meet on Saturdays, and whoever's house they're going to go to play their games, that's the person that cooks that week. And this lady started cooking her meals and stuff, and her friends noticed it's the same meal, but it tasted better. They asked her what she was doing different, and she says, well, I started getting this really fresh olive oil from Olive Ventura. So now they all kind of filter in here, they get their oils, do their refills, and it's just changed their whole experience because better food, more memories. It's amazing.
That's right. Better food, better ingredients, Olive Ventura. That's it. That's what they got here, right? So come on, check it out. If you don't know, if it seems like that's a lot going on, hey, you got time. You got plenty of time to experience stuff. So you can come in here and try different flavors. Is there any type of, I know you got different sizes so they could start small and then go bigger. Mm-hmm. Is there any kind of membership packages you have or anything like that where somebody could come in, or a new flavor of the month? You do things like that where people get notification, hey, we have this new one we put out, or you just have you come on in and see what's on? That's a good idea too.
Right? A lot of people they come in. No memberships. We have 3 different sizes of bottle. The 13 ounce, the 17 ounce, and the 25 ounce. A few of our customers have began asking us for like a liter or more. So maybe we'll explore that depending on how many more people ask us for larger quantities.
Come in here with a Colorasi bottle with hold on the little handle right there to fill it up, about a gallon.
Yeah. We have customers from all over. Some of them drive as much as 3 hours to come here, and they come usually on a monthly basis. Over the weekend, we had a lady from Texas. She was going to visit family and stuff. She goes, every year, this is one of my stops. And she bought a couple cases of olive oil for gifts, just to give out.
Great gift ideas too, man. So yeah, come down here, talk to Clyde. Clyde, I was gonna call you Clive. Clyde. And ask questions, man. Try it out. Maybe you'll come in when they're trying something new. And so again, they have. I'm just looking again over the side. You want to just tell people what else you have in here? I mean, you could just kind of pan around the store without us moving around. Like, I see plates. I've seen cutting boards. I've seen the ones with the holes in there to put the different. I don't know if that's just charcuterie or just some.
We got charcuterie boards. Some of our larger olive wood charcuterie boards are locally made here. Some of our olive woods, they do come from Tunisia and all over. But we try to get as many local things in here as we can. We have some chocolates. We have our Passel almonds. That is a product that I have a hard time keeping in stock because people just love it that much. Different types of decanters for your olive oils and balsamics, honey sticks. What else we got over here? Pastas, different types of pastas, some from Italy. Soups. So we have soups from Santa Barbara. Again, people really love those. Simple to make. Just add water. Even I can do it. We got some candles, soy candles. Those are really good. People are really loving the different scents on those. And then just a variety of barbecue sauces, spices. I think that
it's pretty cool, man. I'm like looking around, smiling, looking
all over.
Yeah, I think it's cool because you could browse in here, enough in there. It's not. It's just cool, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a pretty neat spot to just come in and check it out, ask questions, get a gift.
And we extended our hours. Instead of closing at 5, we close at 6 now.
So you can come after work on the way home, grab some
That's
some
right.
necessity, and then go home and cook. All right, man. Well, I think that's going to do it right there.
You got the address?
The address, please.
Address is 294 East Main Street, Ventura, California, 93001.
And the public parking is right across the way. It makes it easy. One time I came in here for a fundraiser we did First Wednesday, and they had me park at this public parking, and I had to stroll it up a little bit because there's different places. The way that the street is here, and they're really convenient. Corner of this is Pine, right?
Palm.
Palm. So Palm and Main, right on the corner, make a left-hand turn. There's a little spot to hang out in front, some benches. Come down here, check it out, and then you're going to see some of the videos we're going to shoot with the product. And I'll show up, and you can come to my spot or somehow we'll let you try the food that I cook, you know?
Yeah, we'll bring you some olive oil.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, and I tell people a lot for when parking, because they got the parking spot there on Santa Clara, right behind the bank. But the other one directly behind us, a lot of people don't even realize that it's there.
I didn't. Local knowledge.
Plenty of parking.
All right, plenty of parking, plenty of olive oil, plenty of knowledge, plenty of flavor. We're going to do it from Olive Ventura. Again, this is something we probably talked about through 3 different chamber events. Like, we got to get down there. But now that we have our staffing has grown and our team is getting bigger, we can start doing more of the production side of things we want to do, and you'll be one of the first showcases for that. So,
awesome.
This is the year of us checking off all those. We need to get this done. We've had quite a year so far in the 5 months that we've been in here, and we're happy to really stoked. And then if people are listening, we talk about between Adam Casillas, or we had Ashley Pope from the chamber, the importance of networking and being out in the community and fellowshipping or working together and partnershiping, man. It's so crucial for business growth and development. So if you are in business and you're doing something, make sure you're, the importance of networking. It might not happen overnight, kind of like we use this term called marinating. Things take time to marinate. But again, it's very crucial and important for business and business development to make sure you're out networking. So that's why we're here.
Networking is really huge. Whether you're doing it with a large chamber group or smaller individual groups, 10, 12 people, it's really important to get out there and network, because they say your network is tied to your net worth, and having a good network is vital to a business owner.
That's right.
Especially a small business owner like myself.
And myself. So.
And yourself.
That's right. Keep up the good work. Olive Ventura, check it out online. You want to check out a network too, check out Real Angler Network, communitykevin.com. You'll check out Real Anglers Fishing Show, Real Guppy Outdoors, a nonprofit, and also our podcast, Real Angler Radio with Scotty. Thank you very much. Again,
Thank you, Kevin.
We're gonna do a tour with the video camera now and pick out some product to do some cooking with, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Scotty, you're on vacation, right?
Yes.
And then I'll be in DC, so we'll be back to you guys soon. We'll shoot some videos. Scotty's going to share some of the videos from DC while I'm out there live, and we'll keep it coming. Let's go.
To learn more about Real Guppy Outdoors, please visit www.communitykevin.com. Brought to you by AftCo Fishing Apparel and Tackle, designed to perform. Channel Island Sport Fishing, offering deep-sea fishing on quality sport fishing charter boats, and more. Costa Sunglasses. Discover life's greatest adventures with Costa. See what's out there. Daiwa. If you want innovation and quality in your fishing products, Daiwa has what you need. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.